welcome to FM Unscripted, a podcast produced by the International Facility Management Association's FMJ magazine. I am Andrea Sanchez, IFMA's Vice President of Communications and Organizational Change. Today, I have the pleasure of interviewing Myrnan Franczak, IFMA's January 2016 Member of the Month. Having been an IFMA member for more than 25 years, Myrnan currently serves as Property Director for the Girl Scouts of Colorado. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you. I feel very honored to have been selected.
And we are very honored to have such a prestigious and very very experienced member here that we can speak to. First, let's begin with IFMA and how long you've been an IFMA member. Can you go into that?
Yeah, I've been an IFMA member since 1989. So, 27 years, something like that? Yeah.
Wow. And what brought you to IFMA? How did you even know about the association?
Well, I was brand new to facility management. I was hired as a facility coordinator and was looking for some professional organizations. I had been attending another organization, didn't quite fit my needs, and my furniture dealer invited me to an IFMA meeting in San Diego. And the first meeting I went to, I came away saying, this is it. This is where I need to be. Dropped my membership to the other one, and I've been a lifelong member of IFMA ever since.
Wow, and the rest is history. Now
Yeah.
it says that you've been involved in pretty much every level of leadership that's possible. So can you give us some examples of how you've been involved at IFMA?
Well, in both the San Diego, I was in San Diego from 1989 until 1995, and there I was involved in some special event committees, but also was the editor of the monthly newsletter there. I was on the Awards of Excellence Committee, and then I moved into the leadership positions of Treasurer, Secretary, and Vice President, and just before I was going to become President, we moved back to Denver. So then in Denver, I kind of repeated everything again. I started out on the Awards of Excellence Committee. I'm now serving on the Community Relations Committee. Also, our monthly publication is called The Update, and I'm the editor of that. I'm assistant editor on the newsletter committee. I've served as president, secretary, treasurer for the Denver chapter throughout the years.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
And the chapter, the people on the board call me the grandma of the IFMA chapter of Denver because I've been around so long, and whenever they have a question about the bylaws or the history of the chapter, they usually ask me.
Wow. So you're officially, we can say you're Miss IFMA, really.
Yeah, they call me Grandma IFMA because I am a grandma, so they call me Grandma IFMA.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah.
So you've been involved in so much, and there's obviously some drive there and some passion. What keeps you going to so many positions and just your involvement?
Just because I am so passionate about IFMA, and obviously I've been passionate about the chapters I've been in. It's really been my lifeline for my facility management career, and I can't ever, I mean, my husband has said, what are you going to do when you can't be involved in IFMA? I'm like, I don't know. I'm going to miss a lot eventually, Yeah. I'll have to retire from IFMA and my career, but yeah.
Yeah. Oh, there's always a way to be involved with IFMA, don't you worry.
Yes, yes. Yeah.
That's wonderful. And I mean, IFMA's been very obviously lucky to have you. Now, you've mentioned you've been in FM for a while. How long have you been in the industry?
The same time as when I joined IFMA from 1989.
Okay, I see. Yep. And you're currently, what role do you play in the industry? You work for Girl Scouts?
I work for Girl Scouts of Colorado, and the title is Property Director, but it's really the Facility Director. And the title also includes risk management director. So those are kind of two co-positions in the organization. And I've been with Girl Scouts of Colorado for 7 years. It's a very unique position, nothing like anything I ever experienced in facility management before, because I deal with things like fire mitigation for wildfires. Water issues are huge in Colorado. Just the properties themselves, they range from a cabin to acreage of up to 880 acres. And then I also manage 5 offices around the state, so that involves kind of typical office management.
Wow, that's really interesting and that's fascinating. That no one day is the same, huh?
No, never, no.
Yeah, and that's it though. Whenever people don't realize that that's the fun and the thrill of being in facility management, that it's so
Mm-hmm.
unique and there's so much variety. That's great.
Yeah.
Um,
Uh-huh.
so obviously you've been with IFMA for over 20 years, and I know this might be a hard one, but is there one specific IFMA memory that sticks out?
Well, I think when the Denver chapter won Chapter of the Year
Mhm.
in 2012, I believe it was 12 or 14, can't remember right now. That was a really proud moment for me because I was part of the committee for the Awards of Excellence at that time, and because I had worked on Awards of Excellence all these years, with all the different entries for both San Diego and Denver chapters, that was a huge moment for us, and it was very exciting.
Yeah, that's great. Congratulations on
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
I know you've also received various awards, pro professional and distinguished leaders awards by both the San Diego and Denver chapters, and that's pretty honorable. And when we're talking about leadership, how do you define that? What makes a leader?
Well, I think a leader is someone who is first, I mentioned this earlier, it's passion for the industry, passion for the organization. Um, and also, I think being a leader doesn't mean that you're on a hill or on a pedestal above the other people in the organization. I think you're very much, I would say, like a worker bee. You're very involved, you work in the chapter, and then that encourages other people, I think, to be involved as well. Um, I know sometimes people take on the leadership role for the title maybe, or to have on their resume, and then when their term ends, they kind of drop off the face of the earth and or drop out of that organization. And to me, the leadership is long term. It's more than just being an officer on the board. It's being active in the chapter.
Very well said. I completely agree with you. So, Myrnan, do you have any other words of wisdom that you'd like to share with our listeners today?
Well, one of the things that I'm also recognized for in our chapter, I go to the new member orientation meetings quite often,
Oh,
and the membership chair asked me to share my experiences about how I got into facility management.
uh-huh.
Um, at that time, I'm like a lot of other people, you just kind of fell into it, didn't
Right.
really plan on having that as a career path. And the other thing is that I always share is how important networking is in the organization. Throughout the years, I was laid off from several positions, a lot. And except for one position, I always got my next job through IFMA,
Oh, wow.
through the job network of the chapter, or just through the relationships and friendships that I developed over the years. So I always encourage people to to attend the functions, to develop friendships. I've got lifelong friendships
Yeah.
from ladies that I met in San Diego who are, one's retired and in New York State, and some of the others are still in San Diego, and we're still best friends. Um, but also, we're facility managers in the same profession as well. So I was always encourage to really network. I think that's huge. It has been for me.
Wow, it does sound like it. I mean, what a great story, and that certainly says everything about the true core value of IFMA. So, thank you
Mhm.
so much for
Yeah.
sharing that. Well,
Yeah.
thank you so much. It's been a pleasure and a delight speaking with you and getting to know you better. And once again, congratulations.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Special thanks to Marinan for all that she does to help magnify the facility management profession. As members of the world's premier association with a network of over 24,000 facility management professionals, IFMA recognizes how hard you work in your careers and in advancing the FM profession. It is through members such as you that the association has had a positive influence and made a difference in increasing the awareness of facility management. IFMA needs your help to nominate members who have made a difference in the FM industry. For more information on the nominating process, please visit the link below. Thank you for tuning in.